Burlington Mayor Marianne Meed Ward joins us now with things happening around the city. Something very timely this week. It's leaf collection.
It is. The leaves are falling. Leaves are
falling. And in Burlington, this was, I remember the first fall that I went to Burlington, and I'm like, why is everybody raking their leaves to the street? And
yes.
It gets collected there.
We have a giant leaf vacuum.
Yes.
And the trucks go around and they suck up the leaves. And we do, though, encourage people, if you have a grass lawn or even another kind of, like, to mulch the leaves into your lawn and just leave them there. It's really, really good for the soil. But, you know, a lot of people like a sort of a clean lawn, so they can brush it or rake it out to the street. Leaf pickup starts this weekend. I think there was one last weekend. There's this weekend in my area. The residents love it. It's not a cheap program.
No, more than $800,000.
$800,000. However, even if we cut that program, it wouldn't be zero, because what the alternative is people bag their leaves, and then the region collects it as part of yard waste. We pay a tipping fee. So if all those leaves are put in bags, the region will charge back to us the weight of those leaves. So it's a great service for residents.
And very protected, people very protective in Burlington.
People are very protective, but we do get, as soon as people find out what it is, and the fact that, some people say it's a double service, you can bag them, and then we also have this option. And it's, you get the choice, but there are a lot of people, especially in our older neighborhoods with the giant trees, it's 20, 30, 40 bags. It's not insignificant. And so for those folks, it is, it's really a service
more
to them.
efficient.
Very, yeah. So we're, there will be some discussion next week at budget, I think, about whether to cut that service, but that'll be a non-starter for me. We don't make a service change like that without consulting the public in the middle of budget. So, if we want to think about it, we can do some consultation, but we've done it before. In my time as a councillor, we've done it, and we've done it last term of council. We've explored it, and the public said, do not touch my leaf pickup. So okay.
But you are touching transit and making it better, expanding it and bringing in electric vehicles.
We are.
Some new buses as well.
It's so exciting. Yesterday we had an announcement, $17 million investment, and that's from 3 levels of government, including the city. So we're kicking in just over $4 million, but we're going to get 9 new conventional buses. We're going to get 4 specialized transit for folks that have mobility challenges. We do door-to-door service. We're getting hybrid buses and electric buses. So this is a huge investment in transit, and one of the biggest concerns I hear about from residents almost every day is about traffic and traffic congestion. And what can we do about traffic congestion? And I say, well, we need to give people alternative ways to get around. That's one solution, not the only one. And transit's a way to do that. We've just got the numbers as part of our budget discussions. 3 million rides on Burlington Transit buses in a year. 3 million. Imagine if every single one of those trips was done by car. What the congestion would look like. It would be absolute gridlock. So folks are taking it either by choice or by necessity, and we want to make sure there's a good service, and investing in more buses is one way to go.
And in improving the routes as well. Downtown parking, also an issue.
It is.
There's a plan.
We charge fees for parking downtown. We collect fines and tickets, and the downtown businesses pay a portion of levy because they're not required to provide on-site parking like stores that are outside the downtown. So all of those 3 sources of revenue go into a reserve, and we think about when we might build more parking. Parking structure is probably what it would be. But we don't want to just go spend $20 million or whatever it's going to be on a parking structure. We want to make sure that the need is there. So that's the idea behind the downtown parking plan, is looking at are we at a tipping point? Do we need to build a new structure? How many spaces? Where should it go? Should it be above ground, underground, both? Should we try to combine it with a development that's already happening? That's my favorite, because you don't have to have a plot of land with a garage on it, which isn't the loveliest urban thing to look at. So that's what we're working on. We're out talking to the public about their views, but we also have data. We have what we call them the little pucks. We have sensors under every single parking lot downtown, so we know
when it's being used.
When it's being used, how much it's being used, are we at 80%, 90%, 100% capacity? You know, and we did that so that we didn't have to rely on anecdotal.
Yeah.
Well, I drove around and couldn't find a spot. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
but over here there were lots.
There were lots.
Our
Okay.
sensors tell us that.
We are out of time, but I know you had a mayor's speaker series
Yeah.
last night, and you had so many questions that you couldn't get to. Just quickly, can you tell viewers who were there last night who didn't get their questions answered, how are you going to do that?
So we got over 62 questions. The topic was growth. What's in it for you? A lot of folks are concerned about the growth that's coming. They want us to manage it well. 62 questions. We're going to compile all of those and endeavor to get answers and post it online.
Okay, awesome. And we'll get the Burlington website linked up on our website, chch.com/morninglive. Always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you.